this was really helpful. Yeah, my stomach hurt a lot before because I was thinking about a lot of things, but now it doesn't. And I appreciate you. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye. Yeah, I will see you in swim.
But so just anything that you want to say as a last thing, like say to the groups, not being too fragile, of course, but just something real that, because at the end of the day, these are people who we have been with and frequently, but it's just important that we let them know how we feel, and we want change. So, who wants to go first?
So I guess the primary thing I want to say is when I thought about participating in this project, I was a little bit nervous because I was like, well, people are going to be like, why would you say this? We're your friends. And at the end of the day, creating this space and initiating this dialogue is not intended to vilify white people in any way, because that's not what this is about. But what it is about is starting this dialogue and being critical about the spaces that we are in with white individuals. And it's come talk to me. That's all I'm saying is if you have a question about something, come talk to me, come talk to anybody else in this room, who has vocally expressed this will to speak to you about race. And these conversations are difficult, and they're not supposed to be easy. That's the whole point, right? If everything we did in college was easy, why are we even here? Why are we at a higher institution that's supposed to engender this passion of learning and all of these things? It's don't be afraid to have these conversations, and don't feel like we're criminalizing you in any way, because that's not what the intention behind any of this is. It's to raise awareness about the experiences of people in color in a predominantly white institution, and specifically a cappella, which is a predominantly white activity that we happen to engage in. So that's
what I like to say to the members of my group, one of the biggest things is listen. I, on a continuous basis, the things that I say are taken with a grain of salt, and I don't know if that's something that they don't do on purpose, but it's also a lot of the things there are different examples, and I come from a different background than most of the members of my acapella group come from, and I wish that that was thought about more, as I'm continuously critiqued, and as I continuously have to view these different, have to strive to meet these standards. I'm not like everybody else in my group. I really would wish that people would ask, but moreover that when they do ask and when I express my discomfort, that I was listened to, and that you actually took the time to think about where I'm from before you do certain things that you do.
I guess. I guess the thing that I would say, this isn't the first time I've had this exact conversation or heard this. It's online, it's in public, this shouldn't be new, but if it is, seek out, there are people everywhere, literally, that are willing to explain, the disparities that people of color have the disparity of experience that people of color have in music communities, in a cappella communities. There's podcasts, there's, vlogs, there's posts, Facebook on Facebook. And if you're really invested into my feelings or the feelings of anybody else, and to invest in the future members of the groups, just try to think about it, or to have just in your head this is the stuff that happens a lot and that bothers people that don't look like you, that do not come from the same geographic region and didn't go to school next to McMansions. Think about it, literally think about it, because in a university space even though there's a very big common denominator about like where everybody's from and like where people can go and you know over the summer and it's like, oh, it's so and so's birthday party, let's everybody go up to DC for a weekend, and it's like, I don't live anywhere close to there. like what kind of social that's a different thing. But just to kind of consider that in a university space, there are people that come from in-state and out of state and in-country and out of country, and like everybody is able to be here, and everybody from everywhere is able to be in an a cappella group if they can sing. That's it. So be aware of like that we don't always need to appeal to the least common denominator.
I mean, I guess, you know, for my group watching this and other groups watching it, like, regardless of how you guys are taking this video, like, just keep allowing conversations to happen. And I mean, I think we in our group we're really good about that. But it's something that it is really easy to get lazy about, like just in general. I'm the same about that. So just keep being open, keep being that supportive space that you guys have been for me these past few years. And for groups that, you know, this is a shock and that you're struggling with this, know that the people who are in this video are doing this because they love you guys and they want to see your group get better, and that this is not at all them attacking you. This is them as a member of your community, as a member of your group, somebody who cares about you guys, wanting to start those conversations and create that communication. So.
All right, well, the a cappella community has a lot of great benefits and a lot of difficulties, especially if you're a POC coming in. You're often going to find there's a lot of solo status and tokenization, but don't give up hope. Keep pushing, keep fighting. Thank you to One Accord, the group I'm in now, for giving me a space to really be myself musically and kind of get that bond that I was seeking during undergrad. If you're coming in as a new student, a first-year student, a transfer student even, don't let the lack of representation turn you off from a cappella. Work to increase that representation, fight for it, and push your groups to be better than they are, and push them to achieve what they can achieve. And don't give up the fight. There's a network of people here to support you, and you have all of us to fall back on. Well, not me, I'll be gone. So, you know.